So think aloud. Describe how Daniel must be feeling knowing he has to leave the building without his cat Jasmine. So there's Mama. There's Daniel. How is he feeling? How would you be feeling? Sometimes you have to think about your own thoughts and how you would be feeling to relate to Daniel. Outside, the sky is hazy orange. Flames pounce up the side of our building. 3 fire engines scream to a stop. Firefighters jump out, running, pulling hoses. I see our window where Mama and I had stood. The fire hasn't reached it yet. Is everybody out? One firefighter yells. Far as we know, another says. Did you see a cat? I ask him. She's yellow. Maybe she's still in there. He glances down. Probably not, son. Cats are plenty smart. She'll be gone. A lady comes up to us. There's a shelter you can come to, she says. Everyone follow me. I'm crying because I'm not sure Jasmine is all that smart. What if she's still inside? Some of the street lights have been smashed. We walk along the sidewalk, which sparkles with broken glass. There are empty cartons everywhere. A street sign lies crumpled in the gutter. I grab hold of Mama because I think I see a dead man with no arms lying there too, but it's just one of those plastic people that show off clothes in department stores. The lady looks back at Mrs. Kim, who is trailing along behind us. Are you all right? She calls. Mrs. Kim nods. We're almost at the shelter, the lady tells her. Is my reading that boring? It's not boring. Don't yawn. Okay. The shelter is in a church hall. There are cots to sleep on and a table with hot drinks. 2 men are making sandwiches. I've never seen a bigger jar of mayo. We see people from our building. They're talking about who did this. What will happen to us? It's a sad, sad night, Mr. Jackson says. I ask him about Jasmine. He says he's pretty sure he saw her. She got out, Daniel, he tells me. I hope he's not just trying to make me feel better. Did you see my cat, Mrs. Kim asks. He is orange. He's the color of carrots, I say, and I almost add, and he's fat and mean, but I don't. A girl gives me a mug of hot chocolate. I wish it had more sugar. When I finish drinking it, Mama says I should lie down. She's always telling me to lie down. People keep coming. Some of them are crying. One woman screams and screams. I hide under my blanket. Then Mama says, Daniel, look! And there's the firefighter who was at our building. He is standing in the open door with the smoky night behind him. And I see that he's carrying a cat under each arm. That was how Mr. Ramirez carried Lissa and the baby. The cats are howling too. Jasmine! The blanket's caught on my foot and I'm trailing it. Oh, thank you. Thank you for finding her. The other cat is mine. Mrs. Kim takes her big, fat, mean old orange cat and holds him close. I'm kissing Jasmine. She smells of smoke. Where was she? I asked the firefighter. The 2 of them were under the stairs, yowling and screeching, he says. He takes a mug of hot chocolate. I like him so much. I wish I had a whole barrel of sugar for his drink. The cats were together, Mrs. Kim asks. The firefighter nods. They were so scared they were holding paws. I grin. No, they weren't. What about our building, Mr. Ramirez says. The fire's out. You'll be able to go back in a day or 2. A woman puts down a dish of milk. Here, kitty, kitty, she calls. Jasmine jumps out of my arms and Mrs. Kim puts her carrot-colored cat down too. The cats drink from the same dish. Milk isn't that good for cats, but I don't say that either. Look at that. Mama is all amazed. I thought those 2 didn't like each other. They probably didn't know each other before, I explained. Now they do. Everyone looks at me and it's suddenly very quiet. Did I say something wrong? I whisper to Mama. No, Daniel. Mama's tugging at her fingers the way she does when she's nervous. See Mama tugging at her fingers? My name is Gina, she tells Mrs. Kim. Perhaps when things settle down, you and your cat will come over and share a dish of milk with us. I think that's pretty funny, but no one laughs. See the cats? Mrs. Kim picks up her cat and strokes him. She's staring at the wall. Maybe she's not going to say anything. But then she looks across at Mama. Thank you, she says. We will come. Mama smiles. I reach out and stroke Mrs. Kim's big old orange cat too. Can you hear him, Mrs. Kim? I ask. He's purring. So what do you notice about the cats' behavior with each other now that was different from the beginning of the story? So think aloud on what you notice about the cats and how they're acting at the beginning of the story to the end of the story. And then I also want you to answer in a complete sentence. If you go back to this March 30th assignment for ELA, you're going to go to Smoky Night questions. It says it's due today. Please answer the following questions in complete sentences. Remember to use evidence from the text that I linked above this discussion. Please number the questions correctly so myself and other students understand which question you are answering. So you're going to compare and contrast. Number one, compare and contrast the cat's relationship to two other characters in the story. Number two, you're going to answer what is the theme or lesson you can learn from Smoky Night that can be applied to anyone at any time. Remember, that's what theme means. So you're going to answer both of those. It does not have to be both of them in a paragraph like we usually do in class, but you're going to label one of them, number one, and you're going to label number two, and you're going to answer. Alrighty, so if you have any questions, please message me or call me anytime, and I'll be able to answer and help you out.